What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review for Chasing Orlando Season 1, Episode 2. So, we pick up where we left off with Drew taking Cali Boy outside to go talk to him about what the situation is with, what the baby name? Dev. What the baby name? The esthetician. Anyway, look, this is all I have to say. Cali Boy, you was doing too much. Your response was not in line with what had happened. All the boy said was that he's not from Florida. And you jumped all up in the man grill, okay? Well, while they were outside, the rest of the people inside were actually trying to have a conversation and sort of get to know each other. And then they started talking about their birthdays and their signs. And all of a sudden, once, is it Max? I know it started with an M. Please, no disrespect. Y'all, I'm learning the names. But the minute he said he was a Cancer, all of a sudden now Cali Boy was like, oh, you a Cancer. That's why you so sensitive. No, he wasn't being sensitive. You was doing too much. He wasn't being sensitive. You were the one being sensitive. Okay? But neither here nor there. He did apologize. They hugged it out. And I guess they was cool. What I learned in episode 2 is that all y'all mofos are sensitive. All of y'all. Because y'all really be getting y'all feelings hurt over some ish that's really not that serious to be getting your feelings hurt over. But we're going to keep going. So, I guess the night ended good. I guess. Once we all found out that it was Virgos and Leos and Cancers and all of them different things, you know, neither here nor there. Like I said, I think we were all in a good place after that. So, the night ends or whatever. So then we have a scene. We see Chef Pablo debriefing with his family after the event. Now, let me say something. It is always a good idea to debrief. When you're having an event, it is always a good idea to debrief with your crew, with your people, with your team after the event to see what worked, what didn't work, what you need to work on, what you need to fix. You know, all of those things. And it sounds like he comes from a family of people who do these types of things, because they were saying how proud they were because this was his first time doing this event by himself or doing this type of an event by himself, and that everything really went well. Now, what we found out later was that he did get some negative feedback about Cali's hosting. First of all, he probably got some negative feedback because, like I told y'all in my first review, I didn't find Cali's jokes funny. And if I had been a straight woman, well, I am a straight woman, but if I had been in that audience, I would have been very uncomfortable. Now, I'm just calling a thing. Y'all take that how y'all want. But some of them jokes I didn't find funny, and they were a little cringy to me, right? And then your ass was about to damn fight. How you gonna be hosting an event? You're the person that's supposed to be entertaining the people, telling the jokes, keeping the things flowing, and your ass about to get into a fight. I guess he did get some complaints. Because I'd have been complaining. Me. Right here. Anyway. So we had that scene. Then we saw, we had a scene where Drew meets up with, well, before we get to that, we do see Baby B, the exotic dancer. He is also doing his first pageant. So we see him preparing for his pageant. First of all, that baby can sing. Okay? That baby can definitely sing. Second of all, that baby is fine. I mean, like, fine. Like, fine. Okay, baby, you are beautiful. Okay? He didn't win the pageant, but he did get most beautiful, as he should have. You were supposed to get that. But anyway, then we get to the scene where we have Cali Boy and I'm gonna have to go back to my list of names. Cali Boy and Ayo and one of their friends meeting up to sort of debrief about what had happened. Basically, they were just talking about the event. Cali Boy was letting them know that, you know, people had some complaints. Chef Pablo, people had some complaints about, you know, some things that was happening. What I already told y'all about the hosting or whatever. And then they talked about how they sort of got off to a bad start, but they want to kind of have a redo. So they're going to have this silk and shade pajama party situation. Listen, I knew we was going to be in trouble with this silk and shade. First of all, the title. Silk and shade. The shade part. Second of all, the people that was throwing it. Callie and Ayo have been the two shadiest from the beginning between their confessionals and just how they just was acting. That's number 2. Number 3, you talking about some, well, you know, I just need to let the people know how I am and who I am and, you know, just have a do-over. I don't know. I just wasn't trusting it. Not with those two. I wasn't trusting it. But anyway, so we see them talking and just trying to work out and what they're going to do. So then we see Ayo meet up with Baby Lindo. That's his name. Baby Lindo. I don't know. Baby, I'm sorry. But we see him meet up and basically he's just debriefing him on what happened at the sip and smoke party, sip and puff, whatever. And he was like, well, I'm glad I wasn't there. Okay, because it sounded like it was a lot of mess. And I'm glad I didn't give up no coin to be at this situation. But Ayo was like, listen, everybody seemed cool. We having another event. We need you to be there. I really, really, really need you there. Please and thank you. And of course, you know, they decided to go. And then they talk about, you know, being dancer, you know, just being booked and busy and time management, that kind of stuff. You know, just a general conversation kind of thing. Then the fellas went to go support Gemini, at one of her gigs. Now, I can appreciate that Chef Pablo was like, listen, I don't want to be politically incorrect. And honestly, this isn't really like where I go and where I hang out. But I'm here trying to get to know people, trying to be, you know, just trying to be more among the community. And asked her about her pronouns. And, you know, basically she was like, when I'm in drag, it's she. When I'm out of drag, it's he. You know, but it is what it is. I ain't going to fight you if you mess it up kind of thing. Chef Pablo was like, listen, I don't really have time to keep remembering that. So I'm just going to always say she. And I hope you're not offended by that. I can appreciate somebody that says, listen, I don't know. I'm trying to learn. I'm okay with that. And then we had a conversation. It was Callie, Pablo, and Ayo. And they were basically, again, debriefing after the puff and paint situation. And Rip and I was like, listen, I was quiet because I was trying to get to know everybody. Like, I don't know y'all like that. I ain't know y'all well enough to be turning up and doing all of that. So I was just sitting back, scoping it out, getting to know everybody, But we're going to see later on that number one, I think, I need people to be remembering what they say when they say and how they say it. Because what you said made sense and I understood it. But then later on, you're going to feel like you're offended when somebody said it to you. But we're going to get back to that. Plus, you were drunk, so I think that adds to it. But anyway, once again, we find out about the party and about, everybody coming to the event, the Silk and Shady. Is it Silk and Shady? It's Silk and Shady party. That Ayo and Cali Boy are throwing. So we get to the party. And it really looks like everybody's having a good time. Everybody was in their little pajamas. They had food. They were dancing. Everything seemed really cute until we get to this damn cake. The cake looked cute. Like, it was like you had the cake and then you burn off the top of the cake. And underneath it was like chasing Orlando, and then the pictures around the cake were all the cast members. Well, it was everybody except for one. Why they leave Mac's face off that damn cake? Now, you would think it was Callie that did it, but it wasn't Callie. It was Ayo. Now, Ayo said that he had a conversation with with Max, and let him know it's it was truly a mistake. It was an oversight. I apologize. But of course, they made a big deal about it at the party. One, probably because they've been drinking. Two, because we making a show. Max act like it was $100 attached to that picture. He really, truly act like there was going to be a ticket at the end connected to that picture that was going to lead him down that yellow brick road to see the wizard. I was so confused why it became such a big fight and argument, especially if you already knew your face wasn't on that damn cake. First of all, it's a 3-inch fucking cake. I don't even know if the cake was big enough for all of y'all to get a slice of the cake, much less worry about everybody's picture being on the cake. That's number one. Number two, y'all, I could see if we were dealing with some kindergartners and you feel like you weren't included, everybody in the class name supposed to be on the cake and you forgot somebody's name. That is a crisis because you're dealing with 5-year-olds who don't understand. Not fucking adults who get it and say, you know what, shit happens sometimes. Now, I get it if you felt like it was a shady thing or you felt like they were doing it to be shady. But at the end of the day, it was not that serious. What, you gonna fight about it? You gonna fight because your name wasn't on the cake? So, Gemini, who showed up, left, went and did a gig, and came back, which we never would have known had they not told us in their confessional, but I was here for it, and I appreciate your dedication to the situation. Was sitting over on the side, like, I really can't believe we sitting here arguing over this. I cannot believe we are sitting here arguing over this. Why are we arguing over this? And baby, I was with you. I was so with you. Devin gets up and goes over to the couch because baby, Gemini was like, we ain't played Simon Says. We ain't played Four Squares. We ain't played a game. And we arguing over this damn cake. So Devin gets up and goes over to the couch and is like, let's go. I'm ready to play a game. I'm ready to play a game. So finally, Devin gets mad. He gets tired of them arguing over this damn cake. Baby, and he smashes the cake. Like, okay, boom. Ain't nobody eating no cake now. Can we go play a game? I can't say I blame him at that point. Because I probably would have felt like that too. I don't know if I would have actually done it. Because my fat ass would have wanted a piece of that cake. And then I'd have been mad that you fucked up the cake that I wanted a piece of. That probably would have made me mad. Devin. Because I would have wanted some of that cake. But I understood. So now they mad that you done messed up the cake. And the focus of the argument changes. Because now they mad that you done fucked up the cake. So we get over to the couch and we get ready to play this daggone game. Now, well no, let me rewind. Gemini and Callie get into this huge argument. Devin is in the mix. Child, they are arguing, but the two main players end up being Devin. I'm sorry, Gemini's later. It ends up being Devin and Callie. Like, they're like arguing to the point where Devin breaks the fourth wall and turns around and says, I don't care about this iPhone in my face right now. What you're not going to do is disrespect me. You're not going to talk to me crazy. Because Callie started yelling at them and was like, shut up. Just shut up. All right, let's go. Everybody listen to me. And Devin was like, who are you talking to? Watch your tone. That's what Devin was giving. And Callie was just like, like, roar. So they end up arguing. Like I said, Devin ended up breaking the fourth wall. All of that good stuff. So they finally get that whole thing calmed down. Now, Ayo, I'm putting this one on you now. Now, I was going to give you a pass on the cake. Because I said it was an accident. It could have happened. Maybe you really forgot to put that man's face on that cake. I'm going to give you that. But, Ayo, sir, after after y'all had that whole kerfuffle where Devin then broke the fourth wall and they damn near got into an altercation right there in the middle of that Airbnb or hotel or wherever the hell y'all were, please explain to me why you thought it was still a good idea to play that game. Now, the game was, you had a bowl. And there was names in the bowl. And they were going to pass the bowl around. You had to pull the name out. And you had to say what your first impression was of that person. What was your first impression then and how you feel about them now. I don't know where you thought that was going. You had to know that wasn't going in a good direction. Go to, what's game number 2? Go to game number 2. Abort that mission. Well, they decided they didn't want to abort the mission. They decided they wanted to move forward. So here we go. Who was it pulled Devin's name? Somebody pulled Devin's name. And they were like, well, my first impression of Devin, I think it was Ayo. And they were like, well, my first impression of Devin was that, he was put together. He was, had his shit together. But now my impression is, what did he say? He said, but I realized that impression was not good or not appropriate. Whatever word he used, Remini laughed. But Gemini, yeah, anyway. They explained why they thought it was funny. They explained why they were not laughing at Devin. They were laughing at Ayo using the word that he used because the word was not necessarily the right word, right? But Devin was still probably already on 20 and drunk from the other situation. Immediately got an attitude. Immediately was like, what? You laughing at me? That's how you feel? So the first opportunity that Devin got to throw shade back, that's what Devin did. And Devin then called Remini's boyfriend a colonizer because his boyfriend is white. Then called his boyfriend a colonizer. Remini was like, I'm sorry, what'd you say? He was like, you heard what I said. He also said something very, very, very derogatory about drag queens. I don't know what he said. But whatever he said, they bleeped it out and nobody repeated it. All we know is that it was a very derogatory thing. Even Devin admitted that it was derogatory, but he was mad, and that's how he felt in the moment. So, Remini, I keep wanting to say Romani, that's why I keep doing that. Remini threw the towel in his face. Well, of course, now Devin won the fight. But my thing is, but you insulted him first. Now, I ain't saying that make it okay for him to throw something in your face, but it was a towel. Like, it wasn't that serious. You would call his boyfriend a colonizer and insulted his profession. You know what I mean? So he was like, I know you don't think I'm going to let somebody throw something in my face and I'm not going to respond. So he trying to fight. Once again, here we go. He trying to fight. So now him and Romani then got into it. Now Romani left. But I guess for the purposes of finishing up the scene, they asked Romani to come back. I really feel like they should have let Romani leave. I really feel like they should, because it looked like it had got really heated. I feel like, but it looks like they calmed everything down. So Romani is like laying across the chairs over by the table where the food is, not really engaging in what's going on. But somehow him and Devin get to arguing again. And baby, Devin tips that table with all that food on it on top of Remini. Bitch. Now they really are about to fight. But now Callie pissed off. Callie was like, whoa, you breaking up my, like that's how you feel? Like you really gonna fuck up my shit? Now again, it looks like they have rented like a hotel room, like a suite or something. But still, you got deposits. You gotta clean that shit up. Like when room service or the maid service, whoever come in the next day and this shit all over the floor, they gonna take something out your deposit for all of that. And it looks like some dishes broke. If those were the dishes that was in the kitchen when you got there, they're going to charge you for that too. Baby, Callie was pissed and put everybody's ass out. I don't blame them. I'd put y'all asses out too. So neither here nor there, child. That's how the whole thing went down. It was entertaining, but all of y'all are some sensitive mofos. Because, that's what it was. Rem and I got mad because Devin said the first impression was that he was quiet, but now I see you can be turned. But tonight, I see you can be turned. So he took offense to that as if to be like, so what you trying to say, that I only show up to be turned up? What you trying to say, that I'm turned? And I was like, I mean, you said it yourself that you were quiet and just, getting the lay of the land the first night. So why are you mad because he said it? Again, the alcohol layered with, it just was a lot. It was a lot. But I need all of y'all to get some thicker skin because y'all sensitive as fuck. Okay? Anyway, that's my 2 cents. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.